Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Today we're going to have a look at the Tech Priest Dominus, which is one of the more cooler models that you can get in the entire 40k universe. Obviously the demons and stuff are the coolest because they've got really weird stuff with them. But for the Imperium, this is a really interesting little build.
What's the most expensive? Not from Forge World.
I was going to say anything from Forge World.
The 40k. Warhammer shops.
I would say that like the God Beasts, like the Beast of Nerd, not Beast of Nerd, the hero monsters for the demons are the most expensive.
Because the hero humans, like Brutal Gilmers, aren't expensive compared to the demons.
No, because he's not a big figure. Well, he is a big figure, but he's not a big figure, you know. I think the most expensive stuff would be the Great and Clean One, the...
How much is the gods?
Zinch guy, Keeper of Secrets. What?
The Keeper of Secrets, yeah, how... Because we've got one of them.
We've got two.
Oh.
We've got two Keeper of Secrets, we've got two Great and Clean Ones, and... We've got... your Corn. You've got...
Yeah, I've got Scarbrand.
You've got Scarbrand, who is a god creature himself,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He's just not that powerful.
He is.
No, as in compared to Khorne.
Oh, compared to Corn, yeah, obviously.
But then again, I don't think any of the gods compared to Khorne.
The...
But I think the only person that would win against Khorne would be Zinch, because they can trick him.
That's the thing about Zinch.
Nurgle as well, they can get tricked.
Yes.
And, well, I don't think Slaanesh, I don't think you can trick Slaanesh. They think too fast.
Yeah. Slaanesh would probably enjoy being tricked.
I mean, do you think Zinch could beat Slaanesh in hand-to-hand combat?
Zinch would use magic.
What's make a magic barrier?
Yeah.
Around them?
Zinch would just cheat.
Wait from start to death.
Zinch would just time... Right, say there was a particular Keeper of Secrets that was going to get him, right? The point where the Keeper of Secrets came into existence, Zinch would go back in time to the point where that Keeper of Secrets was about to be born and make it scared of mice. And then he'd go back to the future again at the point where he's going to die and throw a mouse at it. That's the sort of thing Zinch would do.
Why a mouse? Why's that?
I don't know when mouse came to head. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
A giant spider.
Giant spider, yeah. Huge spider. Like, that's what Zinch would do.
You make it scared of wood.
Yeah. I'll make it scared of Zinch.
Make it scared
Just for whatever reason.
Make it scared of Keeper of Secrets.
Yes. I'll make it scared of itself.
Yeah.
Just show it a mirror. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, this has got nothing to do with the Dominus.
Yep.
This is a Dominus. 3 minutes into the video, we will now begin. Shall I go rules or history or blessings of the Omnissiah?
Let's do it differently. Let's do Blessings of the Omnissiah.
Right. We'll start off with blessings of the Omnissiah. Now, not blessings of the Omnissiah. It's not called that. No, it's called Canticles of the Omnissiah.
Canticles.
Canticles.
What a name.
Yes. Right, now, Canticles of the Omnissiah, all mechanicus have Canticles of the Omnissiah, right? All of them. But you don't roll per individual unit. Or actually, I haven't read the rule book from that bit. You might do. But what we do, we roll for the entire Forge World. So the entire Forge World, that turn uses that Blessings of the Omnissiah. Canticles of the Omnissiah. And Canticles of the Omnissiah is a bit like an Imperial Guard voice of command. Right, but it applies to the entire army. I assume if you have two Domini, you can do two separate Canticles, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Which is why I think it might not be. But, anyway. I'm going to run through all 6. You have Iron Soul, which means you re-roll any failed morale. So that means your entire army will re-roll failed morale that turn. The next one is the Electromancer, and that's each unit within 1 inch gets each unit, anything within 1 inch, gets D3 mortal wounds on a 6. So imagine your entire army is in close combat.
Like over there.
Like over there, yes. Which means you roll 1d6 per unit you're in combat with, and any you get a 6 on gets D3 mortal wounds.
Without being able to save.
Unless you're Nurgle.
Unless you know.
Because 8th edition Nurgle saves Titan weapons.
Yeah.
A zombie can survive a blast from a Titan weapon on a 5 or 6.
They do sort some rules out there, don't they?
Or even being hit by Rebute Gilman's sword.
Yeah, they really need to get some rules sorted
There
out.
should be a couple of special rules. There's like some sort of...
Yes, there is. For the Emperor's Sword, there might be some special rules.
I looked through the Q&As and I couldn't find anything that said anything about that.
No, that's not good.
So I will keep doing
Because the
research.
thing is that if you get hit by the sword, then you lose your invulnerable save.
Yeah, you should
That
be able
works.
to use the invulnerable.
Plus minus 6.
Yeah.
AP.
But bear in mind, Blessings of Nurgle is not material realm, it's in the warp. So it's a bit like a void shield.
But then again, but where's the Emperor's Sword forged?
The void.
There you go then. So it should cancel it out.
Well, yeah, but you're using a demon weapon against a demon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it should work.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. I don't know.
Because it's like a corn weapon. Really?
Yes, a corn weapon burns, but it doesn't use fire.
Exactly.
It just looks like it uses fire. It burns
Which
because
questions where the hell the Emperor got it from.
he forged it.
What was he doing in the void for so long?
He lived there for a bit. He was building his own webway. He built a number of weapons. He chose the sword for himself, but he built loads. The staffs that the custodians wear, the guys who guard the Imperial Temple. It's a staff with a bolter attached to it. So
Yeah, you know what I'd do?
it's a power weapon with a bolter.
I ended up making a web gun, but it's unlimited ammo, and it just if it touches a demon, it just dematerializes.
Which was what the Emperor's sword was, basically.
So you just go to a great and clean one, bang, gone.
Which is what Roberto Gilman does in the books.
Does it?
Yes, he kills the Great and Clean one. With two, actually.
One swing.
Pretty much, yeah. He disembowels it. The Great and Clean one at the time is trying to surrender.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because he realises he can't win. And he figures if he keeps Roberto Gilman talking, he can go back to the war and he'll be safe. But Roberto Gilman just disembowels him. And if you're killed by the Emperor's sword, you no longer exist in the warp. It destroys your soul.
Yeah.
So demons can actually die from the Emperor's
But
sword.
then again, with the new rules, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, new rules need to read the books. They need to reread the books.
Does that mean when we play it, we're going to have different rule set or something?
No, we're going to use 8th edition, but we're going to have to think about it, aren't we? And maybe someone's come up with an idea for it.
The Emperor's sword is useless.
I want to see Roberto Gilman take on one of my
Clean ones?
clean ones.
I want to see Roberto Gilman versus Keeper of Secrets, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be
That
interesting.
would be interesting.
Doesn't Roberto Gilman actually use Slaneshi armour?
No,
Wasn't the armour?
He's in Terminator armour.
Yes, but it's special armour that keeps him alive. It's
That's probably because they took the armour off, he'd die.
that was the original thing. Originally they said if he took the armour off, the armour's a life support system, then he'll die.
Yep.
But so what he started doing was taking the armour off and wandering around the ship naked. And so the crew would see him wandering around. I would assume he had trousers on or something, but he was without his naked of armour. He was wandering around the ship and said, "Oh, he doesn't need the armour," but he'd get back to the armour and be nearly dead.
But to make the people think that he's
normal.
Yeah.
But now he's got to the point in the last book. He's got to the point where he doesn't need the armour now because he's
starting to heal properly.
Yes, he is a son of God after all. He's a demigod.
Yeah, that's what the other said.
He's the son of a perpetual.
The other still died.
Yes, they did. Well, one of them turned into a werewolf.
One of them's missing.
One of them's missing. Actually, two of them are missing.
Oh yeah, because one of them went for the Tree of Life.
One of them's asleep.
Yep. One of them's awake now and panicking.
One of them's awake now and quite annoyed that there's statues to his dad everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, besides the point. Sorry, next ability.
Oh yeah,
We're still doing this. Remorseless Fist.
There we go.
Reroll rolls of 1 in combat. Who cares? And you want to electrocute people instead.
Yeah, with most players that play with us, not naming any names, they like their ones.
Yes, they do like their ones.
So
Yeah.
just give them the tech priests to play with, and they'll do great.
Do you remember when I thought I could win the game by firing a plasma cannon,
Yeah.
and I rolled a 1
Yeah.
and died,
Yeah.
and you laughed a lot.
Oh, when I thought I could win the game by killing all the zombies with their navigator.
Yeah.
No, they thought they could use their navigator.
Yeah.
And they almost spawned him. Yep.
Yes, but you managed to survive by 1 point.
1 point, and I was like, no, leave it to me, leave it to me. And I'll teleport you out.
Yeah. That was a good one.
No, it was terrifying.
Then we have a Shroud Psalm, which is troops not in cover get a cover save. So it's basically +1 to your normal save, your cover save.
Which means the people who I cover get 2.
No, people who are in cover get a 5+ cover save, so if you've got flak armour, you become 3+ save roll. Or if you're Space Marine, you become 2+ save roll. Or if you're a Terminator, you become 2+ save roll. Because it doesn't make any difference to a Terminator.
Well, no, because like my Space Marine is 2+ already.
3+. Oh no, you're talking
The
about
Intercessors.
Intercessors.
They're
yeah.
2+ already.
They are Terminator armour.
Then they shouldn't have died in the virus bombing.
No, but they rolled a 1.
No, they didn't roll at all.
They did, they rolled a 1.
You didn't let me roll them.
Yes, you did roll, and you got a 1.
No. You didn't let me roll the Intercessors, but you did let me roll Captain. If you don't remember.
Because he was in Terminator armour.
Yes,
Yes,
so...
because he rolled. Because he was supposed to die automatically.
Right.
But he was in Terminator armour. Their Terminator armour isn't Terminator armour.
Primaris, yeah.
It's Primaris Terminator armour, which
Which
is
is
not
like
the same. Whereas the other guy actually is in Terminator, is in Artificer armour or whatever you call it. What is?
Do the Marines have Terminators?
Yes. They fight ship to ship, so all Crusading chapters have Terminators because you need them.
I just need to buy some.
Yeah. Again, well, last video I mentioned that we don't know how to use technology. There's one of the stories. There's some Terminators who can suddenly run and stuff, and the reason for that is because a shipboard AI
Taught them.
upgrades their arm, switches that bit of their armor on, because they don't know
Why
that.
don't they just fondle the armour a bit until
Just
they
keep
find
pressing
switches?
Because one guy ejected into space and another guy. They don't know how things work.
Put them in a safe padding room and then switch all the switches on the armour and something will work.
I think I think it's one of the Gaunt books. There's a guy and they're trying to fire the gun on a Baneblade, and he has to do the canticles of firing and stuff, but the orcs coming quite close, so he just fires.
Yeah.
And he says, "I'll say the canticle later," and and then he realises that he just fires when you press the red button. So he doesn't need to use the canticles. So he only uses the canticles when there's someone present, but normally he knows you don't need to do it. It's quite good.
God, imagine we had to do that. Before we could start recording, you had to sit there for an hour praying to the camera.
Yes,
Work.
may this machine spirits and the Omnissiah bless this machine.
And then press the button.
And then press the button. Yeah. Sacrifice a chicken or something.
And before we turn the camera off, they had to hear us praying.
Yes,
Come on.
We all have to pray together to make it work. Right, then we have Machine Might, +1 to all strength.
Yeah, that's one I use all the time.
Yes, you like that one.
Yeah.
Imagine your robot, strength 11. 2+ to wound on
And how
it.
strong? What's the strength of the Great Clean one?
7?
Ooh,
2+ to wound.
that is a big,
Yes.
big difference.
Straight 2+ to wound.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If only that would. The tech priest could also give powers to other people.
Yes, but you can only give it to tech
Only give
people.
it to tech
that's,
people.
That's the problem.
Because they're not in the same.
They're not in the
Right,
same
yeah.
Forge world. But if you found a Space Marine chapter who was allied to a Forge world, like your troops are allied to a Rogue Trader, so you can use Rogue Trader troops with your army.
Yeah, I can. We haven't got any of them yet. We need to get them because the whole coronavirus thing happened and we can't buy them. So
Yes, I know. We were building that army when it
Yeah.
happened, so we're kind of stuck here. Then you get Benediction. Just Benediction. Reroll wounds of 1 for shooting. That's
Same thing as this.
yeah.
Come on.
Just some of these are a bit boring. But
It's just for people who have really bad dice sometimes.
yeah, we do like rolling ones though, don't we?
Yeah, me and you don't.
No.
Everyone else does.
Hang on a minute. What if you fire a plasma gun? Oh, sorry. These aren't.
No, they do that. They have a plasma gun.
Yes, but it doesn't do that.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I don't know.
I thought they could supercharge it.
I'll check. Plasma gun. Yes. Yeah.
Because that means that if you do get a 1, you can fire it again.
Yes.
Without it blowing up.
Yes. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yes, which means supercharging even though it gives you an extra strength. If you fire a Titan, you can supercharge it and if you do get a 1, you don't die.
Yeah, that's quite good. But it is after the wound is taken after the roll is made. So you do fire still, but you get plasma plasma blast. So yeah, I think you still get wounded. Yeah. Anyway, right. So now shall we go into the actual trooper himself? This guy, right?
It's not actually that good. Only when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, though, it's great in hand-to-hand combat.
Relatively, he's got an axe. He is a Dominus. He has strength, or he or she. On Trizolian A, there's a Dominus who is a female, and she Corn. Oh, what's going on here?
Is this heresy?
Yes, Call and Fendish do ponder whether or not how female she is underneath the robes, because there only seems to be a lot of metal under the robes. But she carries all these little vials with babies in them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, because they're all homunculus babies and they're her. So if she dies, she can transfer herself into one of her homunculi. Oh,
why not just make a Dominus clone? So when you die, you can be a Dominus again.
Which is what the homunculi are. They're clones of herself.
Which means she never dies.
Yes. Unfortunately, Belisarius kills her and turns all the babies off bar one. So she can't respawn. But he needs her memories. So he keeps one homunculus with her mind in it, so he can transfer it into his. So he gains all of her knowledge.
Very greedy for power, these people, aren't they?
No, it's all accidental with Call, unfortunately. He doesn't plan on any of these things. People kidnap him and force him to upgrade himself to be awesome and stuff. He's not a bad man, he's a nice guy.
Well, yeah, he's one that practically, well, we don't know yet. The book's still written, technically, so far, saving the Empire.
So far, he's saving the Empire, yes. He's also rebuilding worlds the Tyranids have eaten.
Oh. How many Domuses left?
The average world has at least what?
Are they all talking to each other, or is it just Call doing stuff now?
No, Call's kind of separate. He was supposed to become the Omnissiah at one point. The guy in charge of the great Omnissiah.
The god.
Yeah, well, not the god. The guy in charge of all the Forge worlds.
You mean the one who says that he works for God and that you can hear God speaking to him?
That's the guy.
He
was he was kind of supposed to do that, but he knew he had so many enemies, people would try and kill him, so he said, I don't want to.
I think everyone who becomes the Omnissiah is going to get a hitman on him.
Yes, which is what happened to Cal Bahar, after all.
Because imagine, if you could kill the Omnissiah and you could take his memory, you'd be the Omnissiah.
Yes, the overall Dominus, yeah.
But with humans, if you kill the king, the knowledge is gone.
Well, your problem is the actual Omnissiah is a Catan god.
But they don't exist, does it?
The Catan?
Does the actual god exist?
Yes, he's locked up in a cell.
Oh.
The Emperor locked him in a cell. Well, the Martians think he's a living god, but he's actually locked up in a cell.
Is he actual god, though?
Yes.
Is he good?
One of the original gods, yes.
Is he good and powerful?
No, he's not good. But none of the gods aren't good or bad.
Well, I mean, Khan doesn't mean to be bad. He just gets angry.
He's a demon. That's different. This is.
No, Khan's a god.
Khan's a god, yes, but these are Catan gods, who are a type of creature that lives half in and out of the wall, and they feed on suns.
Yeah, whether demon gods can't leave the wall, can they?
No, so not for any length of time.
So they can say hi, and then run away again.
Yes. Unless you knew the Eye of Terror, or whether...
Does that mean they're never going to make a figure for Khorne, Nurgle and that? Well, you can't really use them.
Well, technically it would be too big. I mean, you do meet them.
Well, no, because can't the gods make themselves however they want?
Yes.
So technically huge.
Zinch did spend a few hundred years as a clock repairman on Earth. during the Wars of Unification in France. It's running a clock shop.
It can be doing so much more.
Yeah, but you had nothing else to do. Slaanesh was doing its thing at the time, so I guess it liked living on Earth. I wonder if
Corn was invented then.
no. I would assume corn was
Corn
kind
wasn't
of
invented
around.
till well, they were invented by obviously when Christ invented Bible. Demons would have started to be invented because people who are insane would start thinking that God exists, that demons exist.
Oh, I think throughout the last 3 million years there have been humans running around screaming, hitting people with axes.
That's
So
different.
there's a sort of corn there, isn't there, in the war?
Yeah, but you don't think, because to make demons you have to think of how they look.
Yes, they have to. You have to have enough humans believing in that god for it to actually be a god in the warp.
Not believe in it, but know it exists.
Yeah. So Nurgle is probably the oldest god because disease and death
everyone.
is. Yeah. So Slaanesh
Second.
is the newest.
Zinch is no. Corn is the newest.
No, Slaanesh is the newest because it's the Eldar god.
I thought the Eldar were around before.
Yes, they were.
humanity.
But they're the ones that created the warp storms that destroyed the ability to travel through the warp.
Oh right.
At the end of the war with humanity, the end of the Dark Age, or the beginning of the Dark Age, what created the Dark Age. Right. So anyway, did we go off on one again?
We finished the figures.
No, we haven't done the weapons yet.
We haven't done the weapons yet.
Yeah. Right. So I haven't even done the figure yet. Sorry. Right. It moves 6 inches if anyone cares. 3+ weapon skill, 2+ ballistic. Strength 4, toughness 4, which is rubbish. 5 wounds, which is good. 3 attacks, but it has special weapons. Leadership of 8, which is quite poor. 2+ save, so it's Terminator. So not bad. Right. It has a Serpenter, which is a pistol. 18-inch range, assault 1. Ignores cover, strength 5, -1 AP. It's okay.
So he has a pistol.
Yeah, it's pistol. It's pistol. Then he has a Volkite blaster. Now here's the interesting one. If you roll a 6 to wound, it does an additional mortal wound. So when you fire 3 shots with it, range of 24 inches, strength 6, and 1 damage. But if you roll a 6 to wound, it does 2 wounds. So it can technically do 6 wounds. Technically. You'd have to roll a lot of 6s. Then you have the Omnisire Axe, and here's the good bit. Strength 5 -2 AP, and that's with 3 attacks. So a strength 3 strength 5 attacks with -2 save. Against anything other than Space Marines, this guy will do pretty well.
But he shouldn't be fighting Space Marines at any point of time. If he does, then he's clearly done something wrong.
Depends if they're good or bad Space Marines. And it
yeah.
wouldn't be the first time that Mechanicus, certain Mechanicus Forge Worlds went to war with the
I know
Empire
about
for
that, yeah.
complicated reasons, such as the Abyssal Crusade. Refractor Field, it has an invulnerability save of 5+, which is good, especially against Titans. Masterwork Bionics. Each turn, you automatically regain D3 wounds.
I should probably know that.
It didn't matter though, did it?
No, good point.
You all lost
all your health in one round.
Yes. Lord of the Machine Cult. Friends in 6 inches, reroll hits of 1. Rolls to hit of 1. And last one is, of course, because originally it was a Datasmith, it has the ability of Master of Machines. So at the end of the move, it can repair 1d3 wounds on machines. Again, with the caveat of what its speciality is, but given that this is a Dominus, theoretically it would be speciality in anything. Because it's a Dominus.
Yeah, because
So-
he's practically a machine god.
Yes.
And if he says that, he'll probably get murdered.
Oh, well, yeah, I was told to do this by God. Yes, that's always useful.
Yeah.
So that's the overall of the figure. The figure is absolutely amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, basing it was not pleasant. It doesn't actually base. You can see how bad the base is, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it as a model. I think it's great. I am most proud of it. So, if you get any questions you want to ask?
No.
No? Is that everything?
Yeah.
So, we actually did end up discussing the Dominus in the end.
Yeah, just in little. If you can make a little. Edit all the talking bits out, and you'll get a long strip of him being mentioned every now and again.
Yeah. What I like about him is, you see that little grey, wizened, rotting hand? Sorry, I'll just zoom in. He's got a grey, wizened, rotting hand there. And if you look at his face, you can see a little tiny bit of a human face still there.
Oh, well, he's probably the only one that I know has a face so far.
Yeah. Belisarius Call, he has his face in a box.
Of course he does.
Because he tries to keep himself as human as possible, because he believes that humans are the perfect.
So he's
machine.
the other side.
Yes, he's the other side. Whereas Fendish, his best friend, he had a magnetic eye, and he didn't have enough money to buy a proper one, and he hadn't qualified to get one free, because when you qualify, you give you free stuff. So he bought one on the black market, and it had a constant fungal infection.
Oh.
Throughout the books, he has fungal infections in his eyes.
You think that he would fix him?
Yeah, well, it's calling it. Just like, well, Fendish chose that way of doing it.
I don't think he actually wanted that.
It's like, there's this Forge World where there's no water on the Forge World, or very little water, so they can't shower and stuff like that. They have to clean themselves with gel, right? And they scrape the gel off. And they can't wash plates after they've eaten dinner. But they've got endless power because their station's powered by a star. So they don't need to worry about power usage. So instead of cleaning their plates, they melt them.
Here's the thing. Space Marines, yeah? They can keep fighting for like days and days and days and run for days and days and days.
They can run for an entire day at full speed, yeah. Before needing...
Do they sweat?
Yes.
Do they even have the concept of washing?
Yes. But they can wear their armour and they have the black carapace, so they get to reabsorb the...
And I take it they also wash themselves in a bath of oil.
Yes.
Otherwise, they'd just...
Their parts would rust.
And fall apart.
Yes,
fall apart. In the middle of the battle, just fall apart.
Yeah.
Like if they were fighting in the desert, wouldn't they just be useless?
It depends. I would assume they'd have... I suppose it would stop their flesh from rotting if it was damaged. If you're in the desert, you desiccate. The machine parts would still work. And the brain would theoretically be in some sort of protected pod inside their head. You know, their skull would be protected. You missed the video. I did it with your sidekick. With the Electro Priests.
Oh yeah?
Their skin is different colours, depending on which Forge World. It's because that's the colour of... Because the Electro Priests are latent psychers and rather dangerous, they're kept in vats when they're not being used. So the colour of the vat liquid is what dyes their skin.
Yeah, I won't want my skin being dyed.
Yeah, well, no, it's a byproduct.
But they are fantastic in hand-to-hand combat.
Yes, they are fantastic in hand-to-hand combat.
If anyone goes anywhere near them, they're dead.
Because they have latent psychers, so they can guide the electric power. So they're using technology, but they're able to guide the technology in a way that normal machines can't. So they can guide electricity, but they do the ones that don't have their eyes burnt out because of the whole stopping them being a psycho thing. They have their eyes burnt out by accident by using lightning on their own face. So that's, which is why they still have bandages.
Don't roll one.
Yeah, don't roll one. So it's the 41st millennium. It's dangerous being in the 41st millennium.
Yeah. I've never been in this millennium, and I know coronavirus is bad and all, but I don't want my eyes burnt out.
I'd happily live in the 41st millennium on a really nice garden world. Nowhere near a Tyranid High Fleet. Nowhere near...
What would you do if all of a sudden a demon popped out?
Get on the first spaceship somewhere else. Just, I would also hope to never see a space marine.
Oh, if you see a space marine,
Yeah,
if your life's over.
That happens in one of is it the Devastation of Baal, where there's this young man with his son. His son practiced to be a space marine but failed, and so he hates his son. But it turns out he had a head injury which gets repaired at the end of the book. It's all happy ending, and then his dad dies.
That's nice.
Yeah,
it's a happy ending. His dad
this
dies.
apothecary comes up to him and he's like, "Oh, I'm wounded." He says, "Oh, it's okay. We've checked out your son. He's actually fine. He's going to be a space marine." "Oh, I'm so happy. What about me?" "You're going to die." And he says, "I know we're supposed to break it to you nicely, but there's no point. You haven't got time. You're dead." No, but he's in the marketplace doing his marketplace stuff, selling whatever, bottled water or whatever. And a load of different... a space marine walked past and says, "Can you tell me the way to something?" And he says, "Yes, just down there." And then another space marine in different armour walks past. And it says, "Yeah, go that way." And then two more space marines with different armour on, both with different chapters, like different chapters. And then he realises they're totally stuffed. Because there's about 15 different chapters on this one world.
Because there's about to be a massive fight.
Because the Tyranids are about to invade it, yeah. So
why would you be walking around asking questions there? Just get to the destination, prepare yourselves.
Because there's a temple containing the last feather of Sanguinius.
I'm not gonna lie though. If I knew a Tyranid Highfleet was gonna be there, my chapter would not be anywhere near that area because the amount of space means you would lose.
During the Devastation of Baal, 3 chapters are actually wiped out.
Yeah. Why don't you just fight the Tyranids by destroying the Hive from space with your massive...
Have you seen the size of a hive fleet?
Have you seen every single chapter together?
Oh, it's okay because Khorne deals with the hive fleet in the end.
Khorne?
Yeah, Khorne ain't got time for... There's all these Tyranids sort of invading and suddenly these demons just spawn down and just start slaughtering the Tyranids. And this librarian goes into the warp to try and send a signal. And he can sense demons everywhere. Because the hive fleet has a shadow in the warp which blanks everything. And he can sense the demons in space. He can sense the Astral Telepathica over there. And then in the corner, hiding behind a chair, there's the Tyranid hive fleet, sort of a hive mind hiding. It's just like, I don't want to be in the warp anymore. It's just absolutely terrified. There's demons running around killing Tyranids everywhere, slaughtering Tyranids. And the space marines on the battlements going, "Well, that went well." Just sorted itself out, that did.
Yeah, don't annoy Khorne.
Yeah.
Don't annoy Khorne.
Well, that's because there's this demon who is sworn to destroy the Blood Angels. Because this demon has issues with Dante, the head of the Blood Angels.
I guess one of the chapters with Basket wiped out with Blood Angels.
They're all Blood Angels. They're all Blood Angel descendant chapters. So the demon comes to kill the chapter, but finds the Hive Fleet there. So decides, actually the Tyranids are worse than the Blood Angels. So ends up fighting the Blood Angels instead. The Tyranids.
Then fights the Blood Angels.
No, then he gives up.
Oh, great.
It's just because they've got other stuff to do.
We'll do it later.
They've got problems. And there's a group of flesh tearers, and they're hiding on... Oh, they're not hiding, sorry. They're fighting on one of the moons of the Blood Angels. And they're sort of holding a bastion up there. And they win. They defeat the Tyranids landing there. And they say, right, well, there's all these warp storms, because the Eye of Terrors... Sorry, the warp storm that split the Empire in half?
Yeah.
That just erupts at that point. And they're flying over, they say, right, we've won this battle here, they're making the last stand. This is towards the last quarter of the book, where the angels are about to make their last stand in their last bastion. And they say, we're going to go down to the planet and we're going to die alongside our trapped brethren. And they get hit by a warp cloud. And they come out of the warp cloud because, time isn't the same. And instead of the Tyranid Hive Fleet everywhere in space, suddenly, in the blink of an eye, there's an Imperial fleet parked up, and Rebute Gilman's flagship's parked up, and the world's fine, it's all cleaned up and nice, because it's like 100 years later. because they got hit by a warp storm and 100 years passed in no time,
Yeah.
and everyone's fine, and they missed the entire battle. But anyway, that's a interesting thing.
That's the Dominus done.
That's Dominus done, yes. Did we actually discuss the Dominus was supposed to be a bigger video?
Yeah, we did it at the beginning.
Well, I was going to go into some of the Domini you meet in the books, but I think it's not as important as the other stuff we've waffled about.
Well, that is goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
However, I just forgot to do all the other bits.
I'll start again then.
Thank you very much for watching the video.
Yep.
Please click the like button if you like the video. Leave any comments if you have any questions, and subscribe. And press the bell button. That's everything from me.
And everything from him.
See if we did it right.
Yeah.
That's goodbye.
Goodbye.